There is a kind of knowledge that has been around for a very long time, so old, so powerful, that it's been hidden in secret, passed quietly from one generation to another. This ancient wisdom moved through the rise and fall of civilizations, always protected, always alive. It first came through a legendary figure named Hermes Trismegistus, a being of deep insight who saw the universe not as a random set of events, but as something intelligent, alive, and connected. Much later, this same knowledge was shared again in a book called the Kybalion, written by three mysterious teachers known only as the Three Initiates. But here's the thing, these teachings were never meant to be handed out to just anyone. They weren't supposed to be taught like regular lessons in school. They were hidden, written in symbolic language, meant only for those who were truly ready, not with their minds, but with their inner vibration. Because this wisdom isn't just information. It's something you feel, something that awakens inside of you when your soul is ready to remember. Hermes taught that the entire universe is not just made of stuff, it's made of thought. It's a giant, living mind. That means everything you see, touch, feel, and experience is shaped by your own thoughts and feelings. You are not separate from the universe. You are part of it, and you influence it with the energy you give off every moment. This is why your thoughts and emotions are so powerful. They don't just stay inside you, they shape the world around you. The Three Initiates translated Hermes' wisdom into more modern words, but they still kept it hidden enough so that only those truly ready would understand. Because real transformation doesn't come with loud announcements or dramatic changes. It happens quietly, deep inside, like a shift in the air before a storm. It's not about forcing your way forward. It's about changing your frequency, like tuning a radio. And when your frequency changes, your reality does too. If you're reading this now, it's probably not by accident. Something inside you is already shifting. Something is waking up. And this means you're ready to hear the truth, not just with your ears, but with your entire being. Imagine this. What if the world around you wasn't just dead matter? What if the trees, the rivers, even the ground beneath your feet were alive, aware, and conscious? It might sound strange at first, but many ancient teachings, including those from Hermes, say this is absolutely true. The Earth is not just a planet. It's a living energy that mirrors your own energy. It feels what you feel. It reflects your inner world. Hermes said, as above, so below. As within, so without. That means whatever happens inside, you will also show up around you. The universe, and especially the Earth, is like a mirror, showing you who you are on the inside. So when you feel lost, anxious, or disconnected, it's not because the world is broken. It's because there's something inside you that's out of balance. And that imbalance affects your connection with the Earth. But here's the beautiful part. The Earth wants to help you. Always. When you walk barefoot, sit under a tree, touch the water of a river, you're not just relaxing. You're reconnecting to something real and healing. The Earth sends out vibrations that can calm your nervous system, heal your energy, and bring you back to your true self. But to receive that, you have to slow down. You have to listen, not with your ears, but with your soul. Most people try to find answers in books, screens, or other people. But the real answers, the ones that bring peace, are already inside you. They're just buried under noise and distraction. When you step into nature with an open heart, you begin to remember. You remember who you are. You remember that you are connected to something much bigger. You remember that you've never been alone. The Three Initiates were clear. Without this connection to the Earth and its natural vibration, your spiritual path will feel empty. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, and think all the right thoughts. But if your body, heart, and soul aren't connected to the natural pulse of life, your energy stays stuck. It's like trying to grow a plant in dry soil. This is why you might feel like you're repeating the same problems, the same patterns, the same heartbreaks, over and over. It's not because you're doing something wrong on the outside. It's because the energy you're putting out hasn't changed. And the universe, being perfectly fair and vibrational, keeps giving you back what you send out. You might change jobs, end relationships, move to new cities, but if your vibration stays the same, the results will too. Different faces, different places, but the same story. That's because your reality isn't built by what's outside. It's built by what's inside, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, especially the ones you don't even realize you have. The world you live in is the result of what you are constantly vibrating. It's not about blame. It's about awareness. Because once you understand this, you gain real power. You stop trying to fix everything out there, and you start changing the energy in here. And when that happens, when your vibration shifts, your world begins to change. Not through struggle, through alignment. You begin to meet the right people, attract better situations, feel more peace. Things that once seemed impossible start flowing effortlessly. This isn't magic. It's nature. It's how reality works, quietly and precisely. Everything you desire, love, abundance, purpose, already exists, not in the future, but in the invisible world of vibration. And that world responds not to what you want, but to what you are. If you're still vibrating in fear, doubt, or lack, you're tuning into the wrong station. But when you start vibrating in gratitude, clarity, and trust, the right frequency starts calling your dreams into form. Hermes explained that all of reality begins as a thought, an invisible idea. Then, emotion gives that thought more power. Eventually, if that vibration is strong and consistent enough, it shows up in physical form. This is how manifestation works, whether you're aware of it or not. Most people are creating unconsciously. They think the same thoughts every day, feel the same emotions, and then wonder why nothing changes. They think life is happening to them, when in truth, they're creating it moment by moment with the vibration they carry. That's the big shift the three initiates wanted us to see. You're not a victim of the world. You're a co-creator of it. The outer world is just a delayed reflection of your inner energy. It's like watching the reflection in a pond. You can't fix the image in the water by touching the surface. You have to change what's standing above it. And this brings us back to the earth. Because the earth is not just where you live, it's part of your energetic field. When you feel overwhelmed, scattered, or numb, the earth can help ground you. Not with words or logic, but with presence, with vibration. Walk barefoot, sit in stillness, breathe with the trees. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just be present. Respect the ground beneath you. Listen and remember, because you never lost the connection, you just forgot it was there. When your vibration changes, the earth responds. The universe responds. And slowly, gently, powerfully, your life begins to reshape itself, not because you pushed harder, but because you align deeper. You are not here to chase things. You are here to remember how to vibrate in harmony with what you truly want. And that begins now. There's a quiet truth about life that most people sense, but rarely understand fully. Deep inside each of us, beneath our thoughts and emotions, there's a hidden current, an invisible frequency that is constantly shaping our reality. It doesn't matter how positive your words are, how well you play the part on the outside. What really counts is what you're feeling underneath it all. That silent emotional current, often unnoticed and unspoken, is what the universe hears loud and clear. The ancient wisdom of Hermes and the three initiates points to this very truth. They taught that our soul has layers, and in the deeper layers live old fears, rejections, and wounds we never fully healed. These emotional imprints continue to vibrate within us, sending out subtle but powerful signals into the world. And it's these signals, not our words, that attract the experiences we keep having. You could smile every day, say all the right things, and convince everyone you're fine. You could repeat affirmations about love, success, and abundance. But if the core of your energy is still humming with fear, doubt, or unworthiness, that's the signal the universe will pick up on. That's what it will mirror back to you. This frequency doesn't need your permission. It doesn't wait for your approval. It's automatic. It's what's left when you stop trying. When your attention drifts, when you're not pretending, when you're just being, you're still vibrating something. And that something is writing the script for your life. That's why certain problems, people, or patterns seem to follow you around. Maybe it's a repeating argument in every relationship. Maybe it's financial stress that won't let up, no matter how hard you work. Or maybe it's that heavy feeling of being unseen or unimportant, even when you're surrounded by people. These aren't accidents. They aren't bad luck. They're feedback, clear signals from life about what's still alive inside you. This is where the real transformation begins, not by changing the world around you, but by paying attention to what you're carrying within. The moment you stop blaming circumstances, people, or fate, something shifts. You begin to realize that what's happening outside is not punishment. It's a perfect reflection. And every situation that repeats itself is actually a gift, an invitation to look inward and discover what you've been unconsciously vibrating all along. To start this shift, you don't need to fix everything at once. Just choose one repeating issue, something that seems to show up again and again, no matter what you do. Instead of trying to escape it, slow down and observe it, without judgment, without trying to justify or explain. Simply ask yourself, with full honesty, what emotion is sitting underneath this? What belief might be feeding it? Maybe it's the belief that you're not worthy of love. Maybe it's the quiet fear that if you trust too much, you'll get hurt. Maybe it's the hidden voice telling you that you're not allowed to succeed or that good things don't last. Whatever it is, when you bring it into your awareness, you weaken its grip. What's hidden controls you, but what you see clearly, you can transform. That's where the magic begins. Because everything you feel, truly feel, is energy. And energy is what the universe responds to. It doesn't care about appearances. It doesn't care what you say you want. It responds to your emotional truth. Emotion is the language of creation. It's the original signal your being sends out into the world. The mind can think endlessly, but it's the heart that vibrates. You could repeat mantras for abundance every morning. But if your heart is still holding on to fear of scarcity, that's the frequency the universe will hear. You could tell yourself you're ready for love, but if your emotional body is still closed off and guarded, you'll keep meeting people who prove you right. This is the reason why so many people feel stuck. They're doing all the right things on the surface, thinking positive, visualizing success, working hard. But they haven't shifted the underlying emotional pattern. They're still sending out the same song on repeat. And life is simply echoing it back. But here's the beautiful part, you can change the song. Every day, you have the power to tune your frequency by consciously choosing how you feel. Not pretending, not forcing, but remembering. Remembering the emotions that connect you to who you really are. Emotions like gratitude, joy, peace, and love. These aren't just nice feelings. They're powerful frequencies. They lift your vibration and align you with a different reality. For just a few minutes a day, let yourself fully feel one of those elevated emotions. Close your eyes. Breathe into your heart. Recall a moment that brought you joy or peace or deep appreciation. Let that feeling rise inside you. Let it overflow. Even if it only lasts for a few minutes, those moments of genuine emotion have more creative power than hours of mental effort. You don't need to fake it. You just need to be willing to feel something true, something pure. When you do, your vibration shifts. And when your vibration shifts, your life begins to follow. What Hermes and the three initiates understood is that reality doesn't form around what you wish for. It forms around what you already are. This means the path to the life you desire isn't about chasing it. It's about becoming it. If you want love, become love. If you want peace, become peaceful. If you want abundance, embody the feeling of already having it. Not because you're tricking the universe, but because you're aligning with the version of you who already lives that reality. This doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending everything's okay. It means facing your inner world with honesty and choosing to shift what no longer serves you. Because the truth is, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe, what you feel, what you are. And that's not bad news. It's the most freeing truth there is, because it puts the power back in your hands. You don't need to wait for someone to save you. You don't need perfect timing or lucky breaks. The shift begins the moment you choose a new vibration. One way to get clear on this is to write down your biggest desire right now. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's success. Maybe it's healing. Then, take a moment to list out what emotions support that desire. What feelings would make it easier to welcome it into your life? Confidence? Trust? Joy? Now write down the emotions and beliefs that push it away. Fear? Guilt? Shame? Unworthiness? Seeing it written out like that gives you clarity. It shows you what you're really working with. And from that place of truth, you can begin to shift, bit by bit, toward the energy you want to live in. But even beyond conscious emotion, there's a deeper tool available to you. It's one the ancient masters held sacred: silence. In silence, you stop trying to control everything. You stop spinning in thoughts and stories. You begin to listen, not to the outside world, but to your inner vibration. Silence has a way of showing you what's real. It peels away the noise and brings you back to your essence. It's not just about quieting the mind. It's about reconnecting to the stillness where your true frequency lives. That's why so many spiritual traditions honor silence, not because it's empty, but because it's full of truth. In the quiet, your vibration naturally resets. You stop sending mixed signals. You stop radiating fear, need, or resistance. And you begin to emit something pure, something powerful, something real. And that's where real change happens, not in the struggle to fix things, but in the stillness where your being begins to remember itself. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to uncover who you really are beneath the noise. The love, peace, and power you seek are already inside you. They've always been there, waiting for you to slow down, get quiet, and listen. Because life doesn't start changing when the outside world cooperates. It starts changing when your inner world transforms. And the universe? It's just a mirror. It reflects the energy you send out. Not your hopes, not your dreams, your state of being. So choose the state you want to live in. Practice it. Feel it. Let it become your new normal. And then watch how life responds. Not with magic, not with tricks, but with truth, with alignment, with the silent, steady power of your own vibration finally coming home. There's a quiet truth that many people never realize. When you find a deep stillness within yourself, when your mind is calm and your heart is clear, something powerful starts to happen. Your energy, your frequency becomes pure. And when that happens, your outer world begins to shift in ways that seem almost magical. Suddenly, things start falling into place. The right people show up. The answers you've been seeking begin to appear without effort. But this isn't because you're chasing anything. It's because you've become peaceful inside, and that peaceful energy pulls the right things toward you like a magnet. You don't need to shout your desires into the world. You don't have to prove anything. You simply need to vibrate in alignment with who you really are. When your energy is calm and clear, life responds. It's not about turning away from life or going completely silent. It's about becoming quiet on the inside. It's about calming down the endless thoughts, doubts, and fears that cloud your energy. Underneath all that mental noise, there's a natural rhythm to your being, a kind of music that's always been playing. And when you finally get quiet enough, you can hear it again. Silence isn't empty. It's full of power. In that silence, something beautiful starts to grow. Your new reality begins to take shape. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. This is where true transformation begins, not through stress or struggle, but through a steady, peaceful presence. The truth is, your life doesn't change because of a single big emotion or moment of excitement. It changes when you learn to hold a high energy, a high frequency over time. That's what makes the difference. When you learn to stay in that peaceful, powerful state day after day, your life begins to shift in real ways. It's not a quick fix. It's a steady climb, but it's worth it. You move from reacting to life to shaping it with intention. This isn't just an idea. It's a truth that wise people from the past already knew. Ancient teachers like Hermes and the mysterious 3 initiates hinted at this truth in secret writings. They knew that short bursts of energy won't change your life. It's the energy you can keep steady, the one you hold even when it's hard, that creates real change. Most people swing back and forth like a leaf in the wind. One moment they're feeling inspired, the next they're back to old worries. They meditate, watch something uplifting, feel hopeful, but soon they fall back into fear and doubt. That's what keeps their reality stuck. This constant up and down energy doesn't give the universe anything stable to respond to. Think of holding a new frequency like lighting a small flame. At first, it's fragile. A single fearful thought or old habit can blow it out. But if you protect that flame, if you feed it with love, gratitude, and trust, even when you don't see results yet, it starts to grow stronger. It becomes a steady fire. And once that new energy is strong enough, your world begins to change around it. You don't have to chase things. You attract them. Because now, your vibration is doing the work for you. This is how it works. If you can hold a new frequency long enough, change becomes inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And once that happens, your future isn't something that just happens to you. It becomes something you choose because your energy is guiding it. To start this shift, choose one energy, one feeling to focus on. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's joy. Choose something that lifts your spirit. Then try to stay in that feeling every day for 21 days. Don't just think about it. Really feel it. Live it. Let it become your new normal. Each day, take time to notice what you feel. Write it down. Pay attention to what thoughts come up and how your life begins to respond. Some days will feel amazing. Other days, nothing will seem different. That's okay. Keep going. The real magic comes from staying steady, not from fast results. Transformation doesn't always look dramatic at first. Think of a seed planted in the soil. For a while, nothing seems to be happening. But under the surface, something is changing. The roots are growing. The ground is shifting. Then, one day, the sprout breaks through. Your energy works the same way. When you change your frequency, the shift happens first on the inside. The outside world takes a little longer to catch up. But if you stay patient and consistent, the shift will happen. The truth is, your frequency builds your future. It's not random. It's not a mystery. It's the energy you carry every day that shapes your path. Not what you say you want. Not what you hope for. But what you are vibrating, especially when no one's watching. But here's something important to understand. As your energy rises, old stuff will come up. Things you thought you were done with, pain, fear, past memories, might resurface. This doesn't mean you're going backward. It means you're moving forward. When you raise your vibration, anything in you that doesn't match that new frequency will start to come up to be cleared. This is the process of purification. It can feel uncomfortable. It can even feel painful. But it's part of the transformation. This is what ancient teachers called the transmuting fire. It's not here to harm you. It's here to free you. Yes, fire burns, but it also purifies. It melts away the layers of fear and false beliefs that have kept you stuck. It clears space for your true self to shine. When old pain comes up, don't fight it. Don't push it down. Instead, welcome it. Sit with it. Observe it. Feel it without judgment. That's how it begins to change. That's how pain turns into power. This is real spiritual alchemy. It's not about pretending to be happy all the time. It's about facing what's been hidden inside you with courage and love. When you do that, the pain stops being something that controls you. It becomes something that frees you. Here's something simple you can do when pain arises. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Bring your awareness to the feeling. Don't resist it. Just notice it. Now imagine it as a fire inside you. See that fire slowly turning into golden light. Let that light spread through your body. Feel it changing you. Then give thanks to the pain for what it taught you, and to yourself for the strength to face it. This is how you turn pain into fuel. The same energy that once held you back becomes the force that lifts you higher. And as this happens, you begin to see life differently. You begin to understand that time isn't the ruler of your life. Time is just a tool. What really shapes your reality is your frequency. The ancient teachings tell us that true creation doesn't happen in time. It happens beyond time. Time is slow. Vibration is instant. When your frequency shifts, change has already begun. The outer world just takes a little longer to catch up. But this is where many people get stuck. They start to vibrate higher, and then they look around and don't see results yet. They get anxious. They doubt. They compare themselves to others. And in doing that, they pull themselves back into the old vibration. The cycle starts all over again. Remember this, the universe doesn't follow your schedule. It follows your frequency. So when you're in peace, don't let worry creep in and ask, why hasn't it happened yet? That question is a seed of doubt, and doubt lowers your frequency. Instead, trust the process. Keep showing up in love, in gratitude, in joy, even if your reality hasn't caught up yet. That's the moment when the shift becomes real. That's the moment the impossible begins to form. Because your life is not a result of time. It's a reflection of the vibration you choose, moment by moment. And when you choose the higher frequency again and again, especially when it's hard, especially when no one sees, it builds a new world around you. That is how you change your life. Not overnight, not with a single burst of energy, but with a steady, quiet commitment to your highest self. Every day, even in the silence, especially in the silence. Sometimes, just when you start to feel good and hopeful, fear sneaks back in. Doubt whispers in your mind. You start thinking about what's missing or what hasn't happened yet. And before you know it, you're back in the same place, worrying, waiting, feeling stuck. What's happening is your energy, your frequency is dropping. And life responds to that energy. It always does. When you vibrate fear, you attract more reasons to be afraid. When you hold on to doubt, you see more things to question. It's not punishment, it's reflection. Life is simply echoing back what you're putting out. But there's a way out, a real way out. One of the most powerful things you can ever do is to stop being a prisoner of time. That means not waiting for your outer world to prove something before you allow yourself to feel peace or joy or love. It means learning to trust what you can't see yet, to feel that what you desire is already done, even if nothing outside you confirms it. And that's not easy. It takes courage. It takes practice. But it's also where the magic begins. Think of yourself like a radio. When you tune to a new station, the music changes immediately. You don't have to wait for the new song to fade in, it's just there. That's how vibration works. When you shift your energy, something shifts right away in the unseen. The visible world may take time to catch up, but the change is real and it starts instantly. And the more you understand that, the less you panic. You stop needing things to happen right now. You begin to relax and to trust. That's when you stop living by the clock and start living by the field, the energy field. You stop trying to force the outcome and begin aligning with it. You're no longer begging life to give you something. You're becoming the person who already has it. You don't wait for proof. You become the proof. Every time you stay in that energy, even if your reality hasn't caught up, you're speeding up the arrival of the life you want. Every time you choose to trust rather than worry, to feel grateful instead of frustrated, to notice what's right instead of focusing on what's wrong, you are shifting your whole reality. Even if it's just a little bit, even if no one else sees it yet, that shift is real, and it matters more than you know. The future isn't some faraway thing controlled by fate or chance. It's not a mystery you have to figure out. It's being shaped moment by moment by the energy you're putting out right now. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold, it's like drawing the blueprint for what comes next. You're not just moving through life. You're creating it. And here's what's incredible. Everything already exists. Every possible future, every version of reality, it's all there, waiting in the invisible. What decides which one becomes real? Not effort, not logic, not luck. Your frequency, your energy, what you're putting out into the field. That's the key. You're not a victim of what happens. You're a co-creator. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. You stop waiting. You stop blaming. You stop wondering when your life will change. And instead, you look within. You ask yourself, what energy am I living in right now? What future am I calling in by how I feel and think and act? It's not about being perfect. It's not about forcing yourself to be happy all the time. It's about awareness. Just paying attention. Notice how you feel when you wake up. Notice how you react when someone says something negative. Notice what you believe when something doesn't go your way. Those little moments, that's where your future is forming. If you're carrying fear, even quietly, even if you don't talk about it, it's feeding a timeline of more fear. If you're carrying resentment, it's drawing in more experiences that make you feel wronged. But if you start choosing something else, peace, trust, love, especially when it's hard, especially when it doesn't make logical sense, you're creating new paths. Invisible at first, but real. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. and you don't have to control every thought. This isn't about turning yourself into a machine of positivity. It's about gently bringing your awareness back to what you're feeling. That's what shifts the frequency. That's what creates change. Ask yourself, what future is my energy building right now? Not the future I want in my head, but the one my energy is matching in this moment. This one question can change everything. Because then, you stop reacting on autopilot. You start making choices from presence. You start creating your life on purpose. Now, as you start to shift your energy, there's a temptation that might show up. You'll want quick results. You'll want life to instantly respond. That's natural. But here's something the ancient wisdom teaches us again and again. Vibrational change isn't an event. It's a process. It's not a single leap. It's a journey, a path, a dance. We're used to wanting instant results. We're used to thinking, if I feel abundant for a few minutes, money should appear. If I feel love today, where's my soulmate? But the universe moves with deeper rhythms. It respects the integrity of the process. It's not ignoring you. It's aligning you. And that takes time. Imagine a lake that's been cloudy for years. You throw in a pure stone. That stone matters, but the water won't clear in a second. It takes time. And you are that lake. You've carried old beliefs, old patterns, old stories. Every conscious breath, every peaceful thought, every loving choice, that's a drop of light into the water. And the clearing is happening. You might not see it yet, but it's real. Celebrate that. Celebrate the little things. Every time you stay calm instead of snapping, every time you choose to be grateful instead of bitter, every time you notice your own growth, you're laying a stronger foundation for your future. These are the wins that matter. These are the signs you're truly changing. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to shout your growth from the rooftops. Just feel it. Acknowledge it. Whisper to yourself, I see you. That inner celebration anchors the new energy in place. Now, one more thing. It's not enough to feel a good energy once. You have to hold it. Sustain it. Nurture it like a flame. That's where real transformation happens. Anyone can feel grateful on a sunny day. But what about when the clouds come? That's the test. That's the invitation. Can you still hold the vibration? You don't need to be perfect. Just consistent. Little by little. Like warming a block of ice. If you stop after 5 seconds, it stays frozen. But if you keep applying gentle heat, eventually it melts. Your old life, your old beliefs, your old limitations, they're like that ice. The warmth of your new frequency will soften and melt them if you stay with it. If it helps, create a simple mantra that connects you to your new energy. Something like, with every breath, I trust the process, or I am already who I'm becoming. Repeat it when you feel yourself slipping. Not like a robot, but with presence. With feeling. Let it ground you in your becoming. Eventually, you'll notice something incredible. You're not trying to change your life anymore. You're simply living from a new place. You're not forcing anything. You're radiating something. And the world can't help but reflect it back. This is the essence of true transformation. It's not about external magic. It's about inner alignment. The world outside will follow because it always mirrors who you are inside. That's not a fantasy. That's how reality works. If you've made it this far, feel into this. Something inside you has already shifted. You've remembered something true. And once you do, you can't go back to the old way. You're not just hoping anymore. You're becoming. And that changes everything. So breathe. Feel the shift in your energy. Let it sink in. This is just the beginning, and the journey only gets deeper, richer, and more powerful from here.